everyone. This is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. It's the Monday after the debacle. Haven't said that in a week. My goodness. Stream was great last night. Everyone that joined in, appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. It's one of our most successful streams ever. I would rather have a stream, though, where we actually win a game, because even though those streams do not draw the audience that the train wreck streams do, I would like to talk about the Giants winning. I don't want to talk about the Giants being 1-4. I don't want to be talking about moral victories. I don't want to be talking about how we played well at times and we should have a badge of honor for the courage that we displayed. That's all loser talk. And I don't want to talk about that anymore. I don't want to hear about moral victories, and I want to hear about victories, because I'm tired of hearing about moral victories. I'm tired of blaming things on injuries. I'm tired of blaming things on bad free agent signings and bad drafting. I'm tired of all of it. You're a 1-4 team again. You have a hellacious schedule coming up. And to all the idiots who in preseason said, well, we got a pretty easy schedule, I sat there and I said, no. Break these games down. There's a 6-7 game stretch where we play top flight quarterbacks in a row. Dak showed it again. 22 of 32, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have the bad interception. And it's not going to get any easier against the Rams or against Tom Brady or against Patrick Mahomes. It's not getting any better. And the defense is not getting any better. The question, we want a lot of things I want to talk about today, but one of the questions I have is, what the hell is going on with the defense? You evidently brought in more defensive talent. You're giving the defensive messiah, Patrick Graham, everything that he needs to flourish. You allegedly have more talent, minus Dalvin Tomlinson, but the defense is 10 times worse. And where the hell is Carter Coughlin, man? Can we get a Carter Coughlin sighting, especially with Blake Martinez being out? What's going on there? He actually seemed to perform fairly well in camp and in preseason, and this kid can't even whiff the field. He was on 11 plays in Dallas, 14% of the plays. He didn't even play against the Saints. He was in 5 plays against Atlanta, 2 plays against Washington, and 4 plays against Denver. You got a kid that showed some promise, and all of a sudden, we say, we're not going to play him anymore. Blake Martinez is out. Let's just forget about it. James Bradberry. Where did James Bradberry go? Who is this other guy that's wearing James Bradberry's number? I want to know this. I would like to see this. I'd like to figure this out, because this guy is just like, he is Elvis Patterson toast reincarnated. Pro Bowler season last year, he's basically been a dud. He's responsible basically for 18 of Dallas's points. He was trailing in the coverage to that 49-yard catch of CeeDee Lamb. Trailing. He had the third quarter pass interference on 3rd and 3 that gave Dallas the ball at the 5-yard line, 1st and goal. They scored 2 plays later. And right before the half, he dropped the interception. What's going on? What's going on? He gave up completions of 75% of 21 of 28 this season. Passer rating against him is 94.8. Yikes. Now, he is not the only culprit on defense. Giants gave up 515 yards to the Cowboys. And I said this a million times on the stream. Dallas rushed for 104 yards in the first quarter. In the first quarter, guys. That's crazy. Right now, they are 26th in points and 29th in yards allowed. How is that even possible? They should be at the bottom. They should be at the bottom end. And I love how people talk, well, the moral victory was the offense fought back from that 10-0 deficit. That 10-0 deficit probably should have been 21. Because Dallas kept shooting themselves in the foot. And I like the idiots that go out there, well, all teams shoot themselves in the foot. Yeah, they do, but it's how you perform after you shoot yourself in the foot, and it's what you do after that. The Giants don't perform. Patrick Graham's defense has been figured out. Plain and simple. And I said this a million times during preseason. It's not that difficult. Off tackle right, off tackle left, then busted up the gut. Look at, and I posted it on Twitter. Look at the carry chart for Ezekiel Elliott. Almost every single one of his big runs was off tackle right. There's a problem there. Why? Because if you can't maintain the edge via your linebackers and your defensive ends, you are going to get run over. And anyone that's watched this channel since before preseason, I have been screaming, we need 2 quality outside linebackers and 2 quality defensive ends, because there's no way you're going to be able to maintain the edge with the likes of O'Shane Ximines, Ojulari. Now, Ojulari, you can't blame him because he's a rookie. You can't man the edge with these guys because they're not. O'Shane is not ready to play the run. He's not. He could maybe get to the pass rush once in a while, but he's not ready to play. He's not ready for. He's not a run stopper. While at times Ojulari looks great, he is still a rookie, and he's going to have his moments and his laps in coverages and understanding his responsibilities. Everyone's like, well, he had such a great game yesterday. He had 3 tackles yesterday. For a team that was on the field for as long as the Giants were and giving up 515 yards if you're starting linebacker only to have 5 tackles, yeah, there's something wrong with that. Lorenzo Carter can't man the edge. I think we've talked about that a million times. You have no one with that type of presence. The same thing with up the middle. Where is Leonard Williams? We give Leonard Williams $23.5 bazillion, and he literally can't find anyone. Oh, I know why. Because of the fact that he was a coverage sack guy last year, which we said a million times. And when the coverage is poor, Leonard Williams is not going to get to the quarterback because he is an interior presence. He is not worth $23 million. I said pay him 11 or just let him walk. And he's proving us all right that he is not the defensive presence that we thought he was going to be. You remove the coverage and you allowed Leonard Williams to play off his merit. He is the Leonard Williams from the first 5 seasons, not Leonard Williams from season 6. And I think we've pointed that out ad nauseum.
King of the almost sack.
He's actually going to lose that moniker because of the fact that he can't even get to the quarterback. Yeah, people will be like, well, he had a half a sack yesterday. Oh, he had half a sack. That's great. Oh, that's great. So he's got 10 tackles and 1.5 sacks in 5 games. Oh, okay. That's awesome. So by that, he should probably have 5.5 sacks. Oh, which I said he would more than likely revert to being back to 3.5, 5.5 sack Leonard. But everyone told me, it was crazy. You don't know football. I love those people because they're never around. They're never around. Kadarius Toney. He looks like he's got some talent. He looks like he can play. But here's the problem with Kadarius Toney. He's still a knucklehead. He was a knucklehead in Florida. He's a knucklehead now. And you can't sit there and say, well, he's going to be Odell Beckham. Because Odell Beckham and him are 2 different players. Him and Odell Beckham, you saw immense talent. He was a game changer. Right now, Kadarius Toney's catching a lot of passes in the middle of the field, but not getting in the end zone, which is great. You have a career game for your 10 catches, 189 yards. It's a fantastic rookie game. Fantastic. It's a fantastic game if you're an all-pro or if you're a Hall of Famer. That's a wonderful game. But then you throw the punch. And I don't care if you're defending someone. I don't care if someone pushed you. You don't throw a punch right in front of the ref. You just don't. I mean, that is plain and simple. It's garbage to do what you did. It's Bush League. You can't do that. You're getting yourself. You may potentially get suspended. You're going to get fined. I'm not sure if you get ejected if there's an automatic suspensions associated with that. But you just can't do that. We had the Odell crap with Josh Norman. I don't want to go through this again. And the Odell crap with Josh Norman, I understood because it was more, I didn't understand it, didn't agree with it, but it was more of a buildup of issues. Kadarius just acted like a kid, which he is, and threw a punch. You know, you got to give props to Joe Judge and basically tell him, get the F out of here. He should sit, we're already 1-4. He should just sit down a game. Because of the coaching staff, if you're really Joe Judge and you're really the guy of discipline, you sit his ass down for a week. You have some standards. You don't come back with these simple, he's a kid and we all make mistakes. No, you preach discipline, which I don't see any discipline on this team. I'm not seeing it. If someone can find it, can they please bring it over to me so I can see it? Because it's not there. It's not there whatsoever. But I want to jump quickly back to the defense. The defense, if you cannot generate, and I've said this a million times, if you have a bad pass rush, you better have a great secondary because that'll give you the extra seconds. If you have a bad secondary, you better have a great pass rush because that'll give the secondary less seconds. Well, right now we have a bad pass rush and we have a bad secondary. The offense. The defense has been figured out by the league, and I've said this a million times. Once you get film on this, once film comes in, you have film. Now they're saying that Saquon Barkley could miss 2 to 4 weeks up to a month with a lower ankle sprain. Yeah, I said that. I said that last night. The text just came in. I said that last night. The way that blew up, there was no way he was going to be week to week. I love people like, well, he's going to be week to week because he can recover quickly. It doesn't matter. Did you see the size of that ankle? I'm still waiting for the MRI and the X-ray because I still think there's some tears in the ligaments. That's still my thought process. Of course he's going to be out. Daniel Jones could be out 6 to 8 weeks as well. We're going to get Dan Jones in a second too, but the defense has been figured out. The league has adjusted to Patrick Graham. Patrick Graham is not readjusting to the league adjusting to him. And that is what it is, plain and simple. That's why this team is a dumpster fire. You want to blame Jason Garrett all you want. Actually, Jason Garrett right now is a better coordinator than Patrick Graham. Mike Glennon, I don't want to see Mike Glennon. Can we get Cam Newton? Mike Glennon did not play horribly, but he played like Mike Glennon plays. He's a backup quarterback. He threw the 2 interceptions. He threw the pick 6, but that was a garbage pick 6. It didn't really matter. When the team is sitting back waiting for you to pass, bad things are going to happen. He was 16 to 25 for 196, a touchdown and 2 interceptions. Didn't play horrid, but it's not who you want to see. And for the people that were saying, well, Daniel Jones was having such a great game before he got hurt. Yeah, you missed the 0 for 6 part, and you missed the part where he just started playing well. And Daniel Jones has this issue, especially in bad games, where he plays well for a series and then kind of disappears. So I don't want to hear that. If you want to bring that shit, go to another channel because I don't want to hear that. Because you're not looking, you're not watching. That's like the people are like, this is the best 4-game stretch of his career. Did you see the fumble where he cost us the game? Did you see the Washington game where he probably should have had 4 interceptions? He should have had at least 3 interceptions yesterday. Thank God Dallas at one point couldn't catch the ball because he threw at one point he threw directly to the cornerback and the guy just dropped it. So we don't even want to talk about that. And one of my biggest fears was Daniel Jones was going to get hurt again, be out 6 to 8 weeks, and we're going to say one more season going into year 4. Well, we have to see what we have with Daniel Jones. I know we have in Daniel Jones. I don't want to see it anymore because everyone gets excited about one game. And I think fans are just reaching for that one game. And they see that and they say, oh, that's just the immense talent. There's plenty of quarterbacks that have had one great game or 5 great games and then bowed out of the league. Just saying that, guys. Or became career backups. Everyone here ever heard of RG3? And they're going to be like, well, he got hurt. Yeah, he came back from his injury. It's not like his arm fell off. He came back from his injury. Just the league figured him out. And that's what people don't understand. The league figures you out. You readjust. Same with Darius Slayton. The league has figured out Darius Slayton. Darius Slayton did not readjust yet. Because once they get film on you, they figure out your tendencies. Patrick Graham, I'm staring at you. We have to see what Joe Judge does on Monday with this press conference. We have to see how he breaks this down because honestly, if I was him, I would just come out and say we were terrible. Don't blame the injuries for anything. Don't be a man. You were going to lose anyways. You should have been down 21 in that first quarter. Be a man and just say, we lost. We lost to a better team. The injuries, why they are a factor, was not the key reason why we lost. Tony's a punk. We're sitting him down for a week so he can figure out what he is, figure out this is the NFL. You don't throw punches. And then and we're going to move on to the Rams game. That's what I would do if I was Joe Judge. Because he's probably already going to lose the locker room. He's already losing the city. It's just another dumpster fire for the 1-4 Giants. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could subscribe, ring that play thing with the means, that'd be awesome.